With Hammond Robotics, you've seen the latest advances in military personnel hardware. But the future in Titan tech is closer than you think.
Yo, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back. Hertz here. Welcome back to some more Titanfall beta gameplay. I think it's episode number 2. Well, I know it's episode number 2. And this time around, we are heading to Angel City. It's the second map that was available in the beta. The second and last map available in the beta. And we're sticking with some more attrition gameplay. And for those of you that are unaware of what attrition gameplay is, in case you missed the first video, or perhaps you simply didn't clue into what was going down in that video, it's team deathmatch. You know, it's pretty straightforward. Anyway, I go charging right up here. I do like coming down this side of the map. This is about the point where you do run into some opposition, and I come diving in there quite nicely, in fact, hopping over the wall, get a few grunts along the way before finally getting put down, actually getting put down pretty quickly, I have to admit, by Lunchbox. Really does shape up to be my nemesis, We end up being the leaders, the MVPs on our respective teams, and we're both wielding the shotgun, and when we came face to face, well, he put me down with a little authority, but I'm quickly settling in with this shotgun here. Now, the shotgun, it feels nice. It feels comfortable. It doesn't feel overly powered, The range seems to be in check. I mean, if you're trying to shoot rooftop to rooftop against somebody wielding a carbine, you're probably going to get outgunned and going to get put down unless you can do some quick thinking and some quick fancy footwork. And, of course, that's always available in this game. That's the beauty of it. There's lots of variety. There's lots of creativity available to that you can unleash. You can unleash your own creativity to make things go down the way you want it to turn the odds, turn the tide in a battle, in a particular skirmish. Now, this right here, a beautiful, almost by chance, well, let's not deny it. It was by chance that I landed right in front of that cloaked enemy charging in, making a charge across the kind of the central building courtyard. This really is the central building on the map, and there's 3 floors and a rooftop, and there's a lot of battles that will play out here, especially in Hardpoint, because that is the building that houses the central objective in that domination. Hardpoint is domination, and that domination-styled gameplay. So, this is a great building. Lots of ins and outs here. Lots of windows that you have to be paying attention to, and of course, not just the windows. You got access to the roof here. These open kind of skylights, and of course, guys don't need a window or a stairwell to get in there. They can hop up right up through that central hole. The kind of the balcony up the gap. They can come up right up the heart of that building through the space between the balconies, right? So here we go. I did see the enemy drop pod coming down, and well, I made pretty quick work of that. And right there, you see, that was Jay Blitzen charging in there with that smart pistol. I do have a enough smart pistol footage that we're gonna get some good rounds up here of that in the probably the next one that comes out. I'll probably get a smart pistol round rocking, and you see that it's not as overpowered once you see it in action, if you haven't already, on somebody else's channel or just seen some gameplay, it's really not that overpowered, it's tricky. You have to wait. It's great against minions, let's not deny that, but because you can put them down so quickly, the locks come in really fast for them. But when you're trying to lock a pilot with the smart pistol, it takes a little bit of work, you have to track them effectively, and you have to wait for 3 separate locks to come in before you can pull that trigger. If you pull it a little bit too soon, you're not going to put him down, most of the time, unless he has already sustained some damage, and you're also going to expose yourself, to expose your presence to him. So get ready, especially if the guy is carrying a shotgun as I am. Get ready to, you're going to be fighting for your life with that pistola, right? But it's effective. It's not just. It doesn't just have to be used as a auto aim weapon. You can fire the thing just manually, rip the bullets off as fast as you can pull the trigger, and as long as your accuracy is there, your precision with your reticle and your crosshairs, as long as you can track your target fast enough, you're gonna put him down. And look at that, ripped him right out of his machine. You're done. You're done blitzing. Get out of here. Now, I spent a little time reviewing the videos because as I was playing in this beta, I really wasn't sure what I was pulling in for the different kills, you know. I figured that the grunts and the, you know, the specters, they were worth 1 point each, which is what is the case, you know. But you know, killing pilots and taking out Titans can really turn the tide in a game. You can see right now we're down by about 20, or we're down by 22 points, you know. And I think that gap even increases just a little bit more, but we come back to win this game in a really close battle, you know. Now right here, this is beautiful. If you get a, often when you get an enemy Titan into the hazard health, you know, those the black and yellow lines coming across their health bar, when they're in that hazard state, that doomed state, if you can hit that melee bash, that melee punch, you'll trigger that you know, ripping him right out of his machine, you know. So that's what I was going for there. It came in a little bit late. It took me a while to actually get it lined up properly. Finally, I hit him with it. I ripped him out, but then I was, you know, I was doomed as well. I was doomed as well, and I was stuck in there as that animation played out. I really wish they had the, you know, I think that they should have probably given you the option to still eject while that animation is playing out, and I just couldn't. I was stuck in there, and I had to go down with the ship. But at least I took him with me, you know. In my Titan's cold dead hand, I took him with me to the next life. Now, so you can see right here, we're starting to close the gap, in large part due to some of my activity out here. I was, you'll see it coming up very shortly. You know, not only did I take down a couple of Titans back there, but I start working a few pilots on the ground as well with my shotgun of death. My shotgun of death with Lunchbox right there. You know, squaring things up with him. You know, that's good to see. Good to see. And I continue on my way, and that's not the last of it. So anyway, let's actually take a look and see what I'm pulling in for these pilot kills. So grunts and well, the minions in general, as I said, 1 point will go to your attrition score. When you put down a human pilot, you're going to get 4 points for that. So like I said, that's big points, you know, by comparison. And when you take down a Titan, I think it's 5 points, right? And, of course, if you can put down the Titan with the pilot still inside or rip him out of there and put them both down, I think it comes in at 9 points. I could be wrong. I could be mistaken. But I'm pretty sure that's what you're going to get. And, oh, hello there, beautiful. Where have you been all my life? There we go, hopping into the mech and moving on my way. Giving a little friendly fire, just a little love tap. My flaming friend over there. And so, you know what? Taking down the Titans and taking down the pilots can really turn the tide in a battle when you need to make up ground quickly coming down this final stretch. As you can see, we're now leading by 1 point, and it's going to come down to a 1 point game, people. 1 point game. You know, they've pulled back ahead, but you know what? We're working for it. We're working hard. I take out Lunchbox one more time. Take out his, to put down doom his Titan. Mine was doomed as well, but I got out of there, so I saved myself, only to have this happen. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? An enemy Titan came in and landed on my noodle. Landed on my noodle. My God, is that ever? That's the death from above from hell. You know, that's like the Titan Teabag 2000. That's what that shit was right there. God damn. So anyway, he put me down, you know, long range drop from space. I got killed from outer space, people. God damn it. Anyway, here we go. So we won 250 to 249, and I always suck. For some reason, I completely suck it up when it's time to stop the evac or when it's time to evac. I always get put down. Always get put down early for some reason. I don't know, but it's fun. We get to watch. The other guys that play here. Oh, there was something I was going to mention, but I can't remember what it is now. After that Titan dropped on my head. Well, you know, you're bound to suffer a little amnesia, lose your memory at that point. Anyway, here we go. The dropship's coming in, and we're pretty piss-poor performance here. Look at this Zephron fella. He's like, look at this, guys. Don't go nowhere. Check out my moves. Come on, man. Come on. And then finally he falls, you know. They put him out of his misery. I think once the enemy, or once you, if you're trying to evac, once you get inside that ship, I don't think you can be killed. But you can kill from in there. That's for damn sure, as we saw right there, as Zephron got put down. So a pretty solid match, a lot of fun. That shotgun is wicked, you know. I mean, you saw the cloak. I didn't really discuss it much, but you saw the cloak. You know, we do have the tactical abilities with the cloak. We also had a stim pack. I hope there's more than just those two available in the full game, you know. I think we just got a little taste, though, you know. So anyway, let's take a look at some names and numbers. As I said it, Lunchbox and myself leading our respective teams. Me, 13-3, 3 Titan takedowns, 13 pilot kills, 17 million kills, or 17 million kills, yes. 17 minion kills and 4 deaths, pretty solid numbers. Take a look at Lunchbox down there, 13-3, 29. Had me beat in the minion takedowns, but you know what? I had my deaths were a little bit more in check. This is what I wanted to mention, and I think this is a big strategy when you're, how do I put this? The minions are stupid. They're really dumb, and they're easy to take down. I think I touched upon that the previous video that I released here, and you really have to watch out for that. If you're not protecting your NPCs, your AI properly, the slaughter, the genocide that takes place against them can really swing the score. So you got to keep an eye on that. You have to keep that on check. When you see those drop pods come in, and try and post up around them. You don't want them getting slaughtered and mowed down. If you can avoid it, you have to protect them if you can. But so that you need to keep that in mind. I think you're going to see some real interesting strategies start to form as clans come together and start doing battle. It's going to be between the NPCs like the minions and the different scores that you're going to pull in for killing pilots and titans versus slaughtering the minions. I think you're going to see a lot of interesting strategies start to play out, and take effect in some of these matches. Anyway, guys, I should wrap this. Running a little bit too long, rambling a little bit too long there at the end. But thanks for watching. I hope you'll leave me a like, show a little support for the channel, a sub up to the channel if you're new around here and you liked what you saw. And until next time, I'll get the next one out in a couple of days. But until then, remember why it hurts. Later.